All right, peace to the true ones. I just seen this pop up, and remember I just told y'all I'm a Capricorn. You know what I mean? And read this. It says Pluto returning to 27 degrees is notable, but the planet of transformation actually entered Capricorn, a sign that signifies money, dominance, power, authority, and ambition. On November 27, 2008, and it will remain in the sign of the sea goat until 2024. Over the past 13 plus years, Pluto in Capricorn has caused many ugly truths to bubble, okay? Resulting in the downfall of corporations and people in power that refuse to evolve. Society can only resist transformation for so long. Pluto is a planet of contradiction. It represents creation and destruction. It tears down the things that are no longer working and replaces the outdated ways of thinking with evolutionary views. Evolutionary, not revolutionary. See what I'm saying? Revolutionary causes you to go into a circle and you repeat what was done in the past. Okay? It also represents renewal and rebirth. Changing ideology to align with the current times. The dwarf planet acts to help the world grow. And when people don't want to evolve along with it, we may see societal upheavals, okay? And that was on that's what Remedy Age, he just posted it. Okay, see how Great Spirit be working. This is everything I've been about, and I'm a Capricorn. You know what I mean? I was sent to do this work. That's why people feel it on the inside of them that, they know what it is. Some people, they know, they feel it on the inside. They already know who it is. They know what it is and who it is. All right. And others, they just be in denial because they've been taught wrong for a long time, and it's okay. You know what I mean? That's just the way it was written. It's gonna be like that. It's always gonna be like that. But I can tell you one thing. You're gonna see this work get done. Everybody who needed to be activated a certain way, they worked on themselves. It was a calling. It was a calling for them. And they received their call. And they came through and they did their work. And I'll just put it like this: everybody's where they're supposed to be because it's still a learning situation. And if you're capable of evolving, no matter if you feel like you've done enough work on yourself to be what you see others becoming or are, like, as long as you keep striving to fix yourself, you can't stop. If you're really true, you can't stop just because you see it falling apart. You got to keep going. You know what I mean? Because when you part of the plan, there's more after this. It's more after this. Some people feel like they supposed to be doing certain things right now. I can tell you, you're doing exactly what you're supposed to be in these moments, because every moment leads up to the next stage of your evolution. If you're still trying to move forward, it's the people who get stagnant. As long as you're still moving, you just can't stop moving forward. You can't stop moving to be your best self. I can put it like that. They don't always mean you have to be in motion, because sitting down and being still is a big part of evolution, because you have to put the pieces together in stillness. You have to listen. You have to sit down and you have to listen. You can't always be talking, and that requires for you to sit still and be quiet. And sometimes you have to be alone. Well, not sometimes. Eventually, at some point in your life, you're going to have to be alone. You know what I mean? For extended period of time. This is a process. And you get broken down so that you can break through. And that's why it's important not to be following nobody. You can pick up some information, but if you really want to know, I will go to the source to find out. I wouldn't be trying to get secondhand information. That's why I'm not interested in really teaching no more. I'm interested in destroying this shit. That's what I feel like. Everybody that wants to move forward, That's what I feel like everybody should be doing. Okay? Everybody should be striving to move forward and fuck everything else. Like, that should be the mission. Nothing else matters but you right now. Because this shit is falling apart and you do not want to fall with it. Even though, yes, I've told you that people have been marked. Certain people, like, people have been judged already. We just preparing the earth. But you can't stop just because you know that. Because you don't know. Shit. The only way you would know is if you tapped in. That's what you got to do. You know what I mean? And we did extend some time. Some people was left out of the books for a little while just because we had faith in them. Even though we knew what the outcome, you still got to give people a chance. It's not like we just mean and vicious. Like, people still had a chance to correct themselves. That's why I was sent to correct people. Like, even with Rashad, I tried to correct that motherfucker in the beginning. I tried to help him. I didn't just say off with his head. I tried to correct him. He didn't want to be corrected, along with others. I've talked to many people. Many. People don't like correction, and I did it humbly. You know what I mean? I was trying to give them information at first. And some of them I was giving them information that could have changed their life, and it could have been everything they wanted to be. Now they shit is fucked up, man. And that's how it be, man. You be trying to help people, and they don't want to be helped for real. My wife told me a long time ago, stop giving people advice, because they don't really want that shit. They already got their mind made up, and they on their own path, and they gotta learn their own lessons. You can sit there and talk all day to a person. They ain't really gonna get it until they go through it. People just gotta go through stuff. That's why we allowed this whole process to happen like it did. We allowed all this to happen. We allowed it just to show y'all it's a lesson. It's a part of evolution. The evolution, this phase of evolution is now over. Okay? It's time to enter the next phase of evolution, and we're about to destroy third density. You wouldn't. Whew, it's so much, man. People think that we're gonna be like there's gonna be a multiverse to where people who want to stay in duality can stay on that side, and then the other side will just be like unity. Because I told you, we don't need duality. Duality was a concept that created space for evil. It's always dueling. It's a battle against two different forms of the same thing. We don't need that shit no more. We just gonna come together. Okay? But duality is over. Okay? We're moving into unity. We're going back to one. But first, we had to be separated from those who want to stay in duality and those who want to move forward in unity and not have to deal with evil no more. Evil didn't always exist. People think that it do, and it doesn't exist on every dimension. It does not. Evil can only rise so high because it is very low vibrational. Evil cannot exist in high vibrational spaces. So duality just made a space for it. That's why duality don't exist beyond here. Y'all think duality really existed? No, it don't. Now, the reason why we put the Christ consciousness grid on the planet with Yeshua's energy, there's a difference between Yeshua and Jesus. I keep telling you that Jesus is the Lucifer. And people that think Luciferians are bad, they're serving the same Jesus that Lucifer is. So, I don't know, people are retarded. But anyway, the Christ consciousness grid was put on the planet as a protection to quarantine the earth so the evil wouldn't get out, because that's what happened. Evil started to get out in different parts of the omniverse that was on still third density, but not higher than that. You know what I mean? So different planets that's in third density, right? It was going to. So a lot of different planets had to get destroyed because of the evil that got out. You know, before we put the Christ consciousness grid on the planet. So imagine if we never put it on. It would have been crazy. It would have been crazy. It would have been crazy, yo. It would have been crazy. But yeah. The whole omniverse is about to get an upgrade. Everything is going to change for everything in creation. And it's a joyous occasion. And I wouldn't be in like no form of, I don't know, troubledness, like worried. I wouldn't be worried about shit. I wouldn't be worried about how no bills gonna get paid, none of that. Especially if you true. you should know that you already about to be taken care of. No matter how it comes, you're gonna be all right, man. So if you find yourself in a rut, it's a part of your experience that you actually asked to be in, so that you evolved a certain way in these moments to make you tough. People don't understand you have to be fierce right now. You know, you have to be fierce and strong and firm. But that don't mean your heart has to be hardened, but you have to be in warrior mode. That's where you find the balance at, because love, let me see, destruction is a high form of love when you do it so that you can take away what is no longer needed so that you can continue to create, right? It's a whole warrior vibration in that, because you're doing that with the purpose of love in mind. You're doing it inside of love and with love. And it's okay to have that warrior in you, and it's not going to make you hard. You just have to find a balance in it to where you find righteous things to fight for. Fight with a purpose, and especially for yourself. People are just giving up. You know, true warriors never give up. We always keep going. Peace to the true ones.